To another controversial topic, to which I am no stranger. And it's no exaggeration when I say there are few issues as divisive as the one I'm about to raise next. All over the world, statues are coming down. In just the last couple of weeks, New York has removed from Central Park the statue of a doctor who tortured enslaved black women. India has brought down Lenin, and Canadians have defaced statues of Queen Victoria. In Britain, Bristol has agreed to rename its famous music hall, removing the name of Edward Colston, one of the nation's most prolific slave traders. Now it's time to take a long, hard look at other hugely problematic figures we continue to glorify, such as Horatio Nelson, Cecil Rhodes, and yes, Winston Churchill. I'm not saying we should necessarily bring them down. Take a deep breath, everyone.
You did
but
originally.
All options should be on the table. As the global movement to re-question our so-called heroes shows, the thing that's clear is this. Doing nothing, burying our heads in the sand, and hoping this debate will go away is simply no longer an option. Hi, Nick.
Afua. I really like you, but I wonder if I can remind you of some words you wrote concerning Britain.
Please do.
Britain. We have moved on from this era no more than the US from its slavery and segregationist past. The difference is that America is now in the midst of a frenzied debate on what to do about it, whereas Britain, in our inertia, arrogance and intellectual laziness, is not.
I don't write half bad, do I?
Well, you could have been a bit snappier, but I won't worry about subbing it. I'm delighted you... Why do you stay in this country? If you take such offence when you see Nelson's column, if you take such offence when you hear Winston Churchill's name, who I would argue, if in the unlikely event that anybody want to have a poll, I would say probably 80 to 90% of people would say that Winston Churchill did a good thing. I'm delighted that I see you at these Thursdays. I'm delighted you up to Stanford. But if it offends you so much, how do you manage to stay here?
I find that a really strange thing to say. So there's nothing in Britain that bothers you?
Sure, but I don't want to pull it down.
So why is leaving an option?
But I don't want to pull it down.
This is my country. And the reason that I raise this critique is not because I hate Britain, it's because I care about this country. I actually care about our honesty, our ability to move forward into a progressive future. I care about it. Otherwise, I would just leave it to you lot.
How is it honest to decide to bring down Nelson's column or to do away with the Churchill war rooms or to change the name of a concert? Is that the biggest problem that people who have non-white people have in Bristol, the name of the town hall or the concert hall or whatever it is? That's their biggest problem?
Actually, it is a big problem.
Really?
Do you know why?
So I'm a black woman in Bristol and I'm concerned about Colston Hall.
There's a councillor in Bristol who I was talking to recently called Cleo Lake, who is of West Indian heritage, and her school was named after Colston, and every day they have this celebration where they celebrate Colston. Every day, every year, they have a big Colston day. Sorry, that would be a lot.
Well, even I might say
There you go.
Gosh, yeah.
And she was telling me how when she found out the history, she felt it to her core, and she raised it with her teachers. And she said, wait, just let me finish. Why do we glorify this man? He was the kind of person who sold and enslaved and tortured my ancestors. And they wouldn't listen to her, and that affected her to her core. It affected her education. It affected her confidence because she knew something that was being denied.
I would imagine you're in support of statues to Gandhi.
No, not necessarily.
You don't
in
want
fact, in Ghana, which is where my mother's from, they've removed Gandhi because he was racist.
Are we happy with statues?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I made a documentary in which we questioned Nelson Mandela.